We good? I don't know what's going on with my internet, but everything is slow. So I hope that everything goes well for the stream. I'm not center. Either way, we'll try and make this one a fast one. Because I don't really want to have a stream that cuts out in the middle. So, welcome. Let's quickly go over what we have left in stock. We have, wait for it, this. We have one Game Boy Pocket. That is what we have left for sale. So if you want that Game Boy Pocket, retroremaster.com. It should be down below here, maybe on the side, I don't know. I don't really watch YouTube on desktop. And I guess I should preface that the shopping stuff, I guess it pops up on mobile. That would definitely be below, not to the side. But yeah. But anyways, again, I want to go fast since 1, I'm already late. 2, I've got a lot of things to do. And 3, if my internet's not gonna be very happy today, then I would like to try and finish the stream as fast as possible. So let's get into it. We have 22 votes on the poll, and more than half of you have not seen it, but you do want to. Very interesting. Only 18% of you have seen it like me. To the 18% that have seen it, because there's another 18% that haven't seen it and don't care. What did you think about it? I really, really loved the Mario movie. But anyways, I'm going to say hellos, so say hi now, and I'll awkwardly add on your highs at the end. We got Sakura LOL. I almost said Sakura LOL, but there's no A there. Casual Code, Alexander, Nitro Burner, Casual Code, I think I already said your name, that's fine. Kirby, Downright Spiffy, Bloink, Caleb, Kelsey, DC. Hello, how you doing? Speedy, quick stream today. We've got, I can see how this could be confusing. This is different from this. The shell is in here. I believe it's the same design we know and love. And I hope so, because that's what I use in the thumbnail. Yep, it is. So if you've seen this guy before, you know what the deal is. Let me flip over to Streamlabs here so I can see everything in live view. And Kirby says Mario movie was good. I loved it. It was 100% fan service, but I don't know how else you do a Mario movie, because there's not story in Mario other than, oh no, Peach is captured by Bowser. We have to save her. Or sometimes Bowser's just bad in some games. Like that. In 3D World, is there any reason for him being bad? I don't remember how that one started. I don't know. But I'll see it when it comes out on VHS. I'll put it on VHS for you. In a legal way. Anyways. But yeah. Charmander and then regular orange. Same clear orange, but it's gonna have black aesthetic. And for some reason, it comes with gray membranes. I got some black membranes out for that. But we can't really do anything with those quite yet. So let's start tearing these bad boys down. What do you say? Now, I'll probably say this multiple times throughout the stream, but last night I wanted to do a restock. I wanted to get a bunch of Game Boys, not a bunch, but I wanted to get some macros and then some surprise Game Boy Colors modded to do a little drop. on today's stream at the beginning, but I just did not have the time. I was up till 3 in the morning trying to fix a bunch of other Game Boys so I could mod them in the future. And why? Every time I can't nail the centering on the tri-wing screws if I can't see the top. If I can see the top, I can get it in. Drives me crazy. I'm not even like, I don't know what the orientation of the tri-wing is. I just can't get it nailed. Yes, as soon as these are done, these will be on the store. Like usual. Man, my throat is not clear. But yeah, I've got a stack of SPs to my right that are, well, they were charging and then I had to plug in my laptop. Those are all ready to go, good. But I have just been having so many SPs with charging issues, and I really hope that I don't need to replace any charge ports. But I think they're all gonna need new ones. I just really don't like changing charge ports. But I guess it'll be good practice for the common issues SP video. I'm thinking about switching from my career in architecture to electronics and working at a PCB shop. I think it would be more interesting than what I'm doing now. I don't want to give any life advice about something that big. I would just say do what you think is right for you. That wouldn't get me in any legal trouble, right? Oh yeah. I don't like that there's a Phillips screw down in the bottom. It's not that bad because if you do it last, then you don't have to switch back to a Phillips for the motherboard screws. But at the same time, it's just like, why is it there? But then also, when mod kits will make it a 7th tri-wing screw down there, I don't like that. I'm like, why is this not a Phillips head? I guess the biggest thing for me is I wish it was just a different color. Have you used the funny playing USB-C with audio for the SP? I believe so. I just don't know. I don't know what I did with it. It might be in an SP that I have. I just don't ever use the SP. So, and I think I recorded myself doing it. I just haven't done anything with it. Oh, well, that's nice. It's only one screw, and it doesn't seem like it actually holds anything down. Because all of the screw posts are broken on this one. Nice. Oh boy. Okay. Time to get out the flush cutters, because that's the grippiest thing I have near me. Get this on camera. There we go. Oh my gosh. The other day I had this, or I guess over the weekend, I had this Game Boy Color that one of the tri-wing screw posts in the battery compartment, the screw post had broke off, and it was the worst time trying to remove it, because it's not one of those things where I could just like lift it up. It was the screw post was underneath the motherboard, which was still fully screwed down, so I couldn't just rip it up. I had to cut a hole around the I have another broken screw post. I had to cut a hole around where that screw was, just so that plastic would stay there and I could get the back shell off and then get all the rest of the screws. It was awful. And now we get to do this 2 more times. Oh boy. I'm gonna just undo this real quick. There we go. Put that off to the side. I don't know what that is. It's like styrofoam. Okay. By the way, Jake, loved your latest YouTube video fixing almost every issue on the GBC. Please do a GBA one next. I'm gonna do the SP next, just because that one is a pain in the butt, and that's the one I get questioned about the most. There were multiple questions after that video on the SP, and I've had questions. I don't know, I just get asked about the SP a lot, so I'm gonna do that first. But I can do the I can definitely do the regular advanced next. It'll be a couple months, unfortunately, because I do want to space them out. And then it's like, originally the video was gonna be all the models all at once. And if you have a question specifically about one of your Game Boy Advances, feel free to ask me here during the streams, or hit up the Discord. There's a help section in there where a lot of people can help you, not just me, but like the stream time is the best time to ask me questions. I may not always see it. I try to see all the most important ones, but I can't always see all of them. But this is like my office hours. I'm a teacher, and this is my office hours, because otherwise I'm too busy. But I do try and help like commenters when I can. And if you do ever comment like about a problem you're having, please be a little more specific. There's some people who are like, hey, this thing's not working. It's like, okay, well, it could be multiple things. I need a little more info. But yeah. And there's the link to the Discord. It should be in the description as well if you're watching the VOD. I'm gonna take a drink. I finally managed to get my GBC switches open to clean. Really appreciate your tutorials. They make me feel more confident to do it myself. That is exactly what I want. So thank you very much for saying that. One of the things, one of the reasons why I do it is because I genuinely think anybody can do it. Like, I only learned this stuff a couple years ago, and I'm not an expert. And it's like, am I the most qualified person to teach this stuff? No, absolutely not. But I think it's a lot easier to learn from someone like me, who is still very much a beginner, maybe intermediate. And I really hope I never lose the edge of or the beginner knowledge. part of it, because like I still try and think of it as someone who's never built anything before, never even opened a Game Boy Advance. There's some tutorials where I'm like, okay, baseline, you should know this, and I might expect that you know this, but like my original in-depth tutorial series, I was like, okay, I'm coming at this from the angle that you've never opened a Game Boy before. Yeah. Anyways. Are you the same person that I responded to yesterday? Because then the answer would still be not for a while. But not to sound rude, I've had that question asked like 3 or 4 times recently, and the name and picture looks familiar. So, yes, if it's something that's popular, I will do it again. It's just like I just did it, so it's gonna be a while. I can tell you I've got some more, at least one more on order. So. Okay. That's this on. It's not lined up, and this is half off camera. But that's fine. Put that over there. That there for now. Yeah, the other one, so we can solder 2 at the same time. Where can I find Game Boy Advances that don't cost an arm and a leg to mod? Looking very hard. Or buying them broken. Fixing them up. Okay. You can honestly go to your local retro game stores. I say this a lot just because there's a lot of game stores that still have decent prices. There's a truck driving by that sounds like the most giant airplane turbine. Okay, never mind. The truck passed by and it's still that loud. It doesn't sound like the heater. I hear the heater as well. Anyways. That's weird. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Retro game stores. Ow. Son of a gun. That's really pokey. I'm not used to these being pokey. I think that was kind of off camera, but I was laying this down and my finger got caught on the ribbon cable and it hurt. Anyways, retro game stores. I don't think I've said this portion of it before. Is while you can probably still find a lot of good deals at your local stores for working Game Boys, I also would recommend just going up and asking the worker. Probably better to ask the owner or say, hey, can you ask the owner if they don't know, see if they have any broken consoles that they would be willing to sell. And if it's not something they're used to doing, they'll probably give you a pretty good deal because they won't think much of it. And even if they are used to selling broken consoles, then you're still gonna get it cheaper than anywhere else. But okay. Let's see. Love from Philly. Dope content. Thank you. Let's see. I'm planning to make a macro as soon as everything arrives. Just curious if I can hook up a speaker and an LED to the same pads, or is it... No, okay, so they're different pads. If you haven't seen my tutorial, I have an in-depth tutorial on that. I personally don't like speakers because they're a pain in the butt to fit in, and on top of that, it doesn't sound that much better, or it doesn't sound that good, because all of the audio stuff is up in the top screen. So unless you bring that all the way back down, even with Helder's amp, no offense to him or anybody, the amp just makes it louder. It doesn't make it sound any better. I don't think amps are good on Game Boys. And two, it's really not good on the macro. DS, the regular DS speakers sound great. And honestly, if you're going to add a speaker, don't do the Switch Lite speaker, because that, or regular Switch speaker, whatever it is garbage. It sounds so bad. At least in the macro. But that's my 2 cents. If you really want audio, the headphone jack's gonna be the best source. But in general, if you're just like, no, I need audio, I need a speaker, then rip the original ones out of the top screen and use that. And it is different. Thank you for being loud, Mr. Carr. But yeah, I would use the original speakers, and it is a different pad from the resistor ones / LED ones. You can have both. Okay. Just replaced a power switch from my SP last week. It was tough but worked. Nice. Very nice. Love from Ireland. Recently modded an SP in color. Thanks to your videos. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And for those who are complimenting me, if you want to join the Discord and show off your recently modded Game Boys, I do want to start like a segment where I show off Game Boys, like a Reddit recap kind of thing. But a Discord D word that makes sense. I want to make it I almost said an onomatopoeia. That's not right. It starts with a P, I think. What's the word for alliteration? Yeah, that starts with a P. Why did I think it started with a P? An alliteration. I want an alliteration for a Discord channel review. Man, no flux is making this look a little jank, but that's alright. The point is, it is soldered down. Okay. I guess I shouldn't have put the soldering iron away yet. Especially since... it's whatever. We'll connect it now. And then we'll worry about connecting it to the the motherboard. Okay, there's one. Oh, and test your mod kits or whatever before you do it. Okay. The funny playing shells are very nice to work with. Their mod kits could use some work depending on the mod kit. The GBC mod kit is great. Not all of their mod kits are up to that level of greatness, but their shells are very nice. Unless it's the laminated GBA shells. Those are not very nice yet. But what mod do you hate the most? Probably, I mean, now it's the laminated GBA from Funny Playing. If you haven't seen that video, I did not give it very good marks for installation. But in general, I just don't like working on SPs because the hinges, and now I don't like fixing SPs even more because of the charge port. Okay, I don't know why I made sure these were still in, because we don't want to use those, or we don't want those in yet. Okay. Let's see, we want to stick these down now. I think this one just works like this. Yeah. Beautiful. That is pretty dang good. Okay. These are like the really old ways that they would do this sticky tape. And now I'm realizing that I am going to want these. Okay. I believe it's down here and up here. Let's just do a dry fit here. Is there only one way to fit? Is there any wiggle room? No. Okay. So that should work, assuming that I get everything flush. Actually, I'm gonna keep those on. It doesn't really matter. It'll be easier to tell that I've installed it right. Everybody just wants to... It is raining outside, people. Oh, by the way, I kind of forgot about my internet troubles. Has anything dropped? Are we still good on the stream side of things? Let's check the stream health. Excellent. Sweet. Cool. Friendly reminder, we only have one Game Boy up for sale currently before these two go live, and it's that blue Game Boy Pocket. So if you've been looking for a Game Boy Pocket and you like the color blue, well, I think I found the perfect match for you. That rhymed. But and since there's about double the amount of people from the last time that I said this, my goodness, I'll say it again. If you're in here looking for anything Game Boy Color question mark or macros, I'm gonna try and do some before Wednesday and have them as a drop at the beginning of the stream on Wednesday. So if you're looking for that, SP stream on Wednesday, by the way. So SPs, macros, and hopefully Game Boy Colors will be available at the beginning or during the stream on Wednesday. Hopefully, don't count on that. I'm just saying that to warn you. You might want to show up at the beginning of the stream on Wednesday, and I'll make a post about it later, probably like tomorrow night, to get a better idea. I don't want to make a post about it too early, because then what if I can't do it yet? Okay, there we go. And then we can actually do this now. Who's here excited for Tears of the Kingdom? I'm excited to see if I get any extra boosts on my streams, because that week we're going to be doing like all Zelda themed Game Boys. I'm going to take advantage of that. So, yeah, there's another fair warning. The week that comes out, the week leading up to it, I will be selling Game Boys with Link on them. I'm not really a Zelda fan, at least not yet. I haven't really gotten into the series. I played Breath of the Wild, it was good. I didn't beat it, but I liked it. It was okay. I just got stuck, and then it's been years since I've played it, so if I'm gonna play it again, I would start over. But Tears of the Kingdom is definitely not one of those games that I'm gonna be like buying on launch. I am more excited for Advance Wars Reboot Camp. I think I'm putting in these buttons a little too early. But either way, I'm putting the light pipe in now. Only 18% of people who answered the poll had watched the Mario movie, so I didn't want to talk about it too much, other than I liked it. And if you have played like any amount of the Mario games, like if you've played, if you only played like the NES games, or you only played the like the new Super Mario games, or you only played the 3D games, there's gonna be something in there for you that you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. They did that. They referenced that. Apparently, there's like a scene in the beginning that they're running through a construction site, and this isn't like a spoiler or anything, but just something to watch for. Apparently, it's modeled after the beginning of 1-1, which is so cool. 1-1 meaning the very first 1-1 of the original NES game. But there's something to look for in every shot. Like there's things that everyone will always see new that they hadn't seen before every time they watch it. I would genuinely go watch it again just because it was so fun to look for Easter eggs. But hello, Mr. Dank Mayo. Okay, let's start soldering. Gotta wait for the soldering iron to warm up. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it to mod a GBA with 0 experience? When you watch my tutorials and you're not afraid of holding something that will get up to 300 degrees Celsius, well, first of all, there are plenty of solderless mods, and I'm going over more solderless mods. I think the next drop-in Game Boy I'm doing is the drop-in GBC, but there is a drop-in GBA kit. I believe I've done it on this channel before, on a stream, so it's probably on the VODs channel. But with my tutorials, I'd say it's fairly easy. Would you say how hard, how difficult on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd say the difficulty is about a 3 without soldering and a 4 or 5 with soldering. It's really not that hard. But then again, I'm the type of person who's been tinkering with things for a long time. I used to take my Xbox 360 apart all the time, like a lot, because of the red ring. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm gonna stack this over here. No, okay. I was gonna do the soldering for another thing. We're just gonna finish this one up and then get back to the other one. Okay. There's the phone. But there's still a reason why I sell these, because even if I make it as easy as I possibly can, or at least as easy sounding as I can make it sound, there's still going to be people who don't want to do it, and that's fine. And I will gladly make money off of you. I'll gladly make money off of you even when you do it yourself, because I do. Don't think I don't. Okay. There we go. And now we can do that last bit of soldering. And while this heats up, I will take a drink and read some comments. What temp do you use your iron at? I like 300 when it actually gets there. I like 300 degrees Celsius, 3 to 350. For like older, more stubborn solder, I like 350. But you gotta be careful. Anything over 300, be very careful. Oh man. One, I need to clean this tip. All better. Two, I'll take this from a different angle. I'm gonna flip her around. We're gonna heat it up and stick it in. And stick it in to the molten lava. And do it again on this side. There we go. And in case you missed it, I do plan on, there's a kit that I don't think I've seen anybody do a video on. that I'm going to do a video on soon. I hope to record it tomorrow, but that will come out probably in a week or so on the GBA, or this GBA. Ah, oh, son of a nutcracker. Man. But anyways, the reason why I'm saying son of a nutcracker is because this is a 40 pin and this is 32 pin, and so now I have to unscrew the motherboard to flip the ribbon cable around. But anyways, as I was saying, if you're wondering why I'm doing the L and R buttons on this side again, if you're been viewing the streams for a while or just following me for a while, you know I used to do it like this and then I swapped to the test pads, and now we're back to this. It's because I have found that it is it's been shorting when I solder this wire down here. These chips are making it short, or it's easier to get hit by a screw post, or a screw driving into a screw post, or something else pinching it. There's just too much going on in here, and so it's been shorting and not good. So I have changed up how I've done it. My leg is itchy. See you later. Yeah, I already forgot where I was. But anyways, I swapped back to the old ways, and I've been having way less problems. Can't do all the soldering in like one quick step anymore, but that's alright. It's better that I don't have things shorting. Okay. There. Let me put that down. And you lift this up. Cool. Now we can screw this back down. And this origami ribbon cable always freaks me out. Yeah. You also have to be careful about how you fold the ribbon cable. I'm not going to unscrew this again to show you. I was distracted, so I didn't talk about it. But it should be fine if they have insulation, like the sticker, the insulating film, or the foam. But make sure that the ribbon cable that you're folding is not, all those pins aren't touching any metal. Because that's another thing where you can break your Game Boy and your mod kit if that's shorting. You can short if you don't have that correctly placed. So that's the bigger issue than the folding. I'll even though the other one is a 40 pin, I'll show it in the next one what I'm talking about. Okay. Slide all this in there. There we go. And there we go. And if we do it like this. I can't see that cable, which is a good thing. Just want to make sure I'm not pinching it. There's one spot. There we go. Beautiful. Now it's not pinching. Could have just taped it down and saved us all some time there, but it's alright. This is what I was talking about, though. Try wings at the bottom. This one's sneaky because it's the same color, but it's slightly shorter. If you're not paying attention, you're not going to know. Hi from France. I feel like we've talked about this before, but hello from France, or hello to France. Thank you for the blessings. The demons have come out, so that is why people say bless you. That's what it originated from what I've heard, at least. That they're blessing you because the demons have come out. Sneezing is when demons are leaving your body. That is like, dates back to like probably 1,000 years ago. I don't know. I remember hearing it a long time ago. I think it was one of those things that I asked my history teacher about. Anyways, let's test this now that it's complete. Down here. Alright. Beautiful. Let's see. I just wish that it was easier for you guys to see. A, B, R, L, start, select, right, left, down, up. Okay. I think I need to tighten these up. But cool. There we go. All good. On that one, we're going to tighten these up a little bit. Which is odd because they feel very tight. Oh yeah. Okay. Felt the burp coming on there, but it didn't happen. Anyways, if you're wanting a, oh man, is that on the screen lens or is that on the? It's on the screen lens. Okay. Hold that thought. There's some stuff on the screen lens I'm not happy with. And I have so many of these. It ain't even funny. Okay, that better all be on the top. Because I just went like that. Seriously? Is that actually on the inside? There's no way. How is there that much dirt and dust on the... Okay, third round, because that's even worse. The first one was totally fine in comparison. I don't even know if it shows up on camera, but there was just like a ton of dust in that one. Okay. Okay. Now we're good. Cool. Gosh. Where did I put that? There it is. Now I have my fingerprints on the outside. Okay. This is one reason that the laminated kits are good. No dust. Anyways, if you're wanting this guy right here, we're gonna list it real quick and then get crack-a-lackin' on the Charmander one. So, oh shoot, I never hit enter on the adding the stream notification to my story. Oops. Anyway, Shopify. What's your favorite model to play on? What's your favorite model to play on out of all the modded GBs? This one. This one for sure. Silly question, as I'm sure the 6 screws line up, but not. Oh, I wish the laminated drop-in ready shells had the little plastic piece that goes in between the batteries. Could I buy one of these types of shells and use the back half? I believe you can. I don't think there's anything in the front half that, or in the back half, that's like different. Yeah, if you want one that has the back piece, I believe it's fine. what I do to line up the batteries is once I put them in, I just stick my finger in between the two batteries and they're up against both edges and it's fine. Okay. Let's see here. No, I just have a hard time reading. My brain wants to start thinking about the answer as soon as I read the first word. So, okay. Have I not had... There we go. Ah. Wait, no. That's not what I want. Duplicate product. I did not get much sleep last night. But when do I ever? Okay. It is active, but we need a picture. Beautiful. And if you want it, it is now live on the website retroremastered.com/collections/GBA. It is $175 as per normal. And I'll put the sticker on it right now and take the batteries out. And then we'll put it off to the side and get it out of my sight. What has been your favorite YouTube collab so far? Well, I've really only collaborated with one person. I think just going to Austin's place in general, going on a trip, a actual business trip. It was a ton of fun. There's not a ton of people in the world who can say that their business trip included going to Disneyland for a couple days. But and just being able to do work with Austin. So that, I think, just has to be my favorite. I guess I kind of did a collaboration with another YouTuber that is eventually gonna happen. Maybe sometime soon. We'll see. It's not my video. Goodness gracious, I'm cleaning up here. At least I'm trying. It's not my video to make, so I don't have control over when or if it happens, but I should be in a video. But probably not for more than like a couple seconds. Anywho, that's all I'll say about that. Yeah, it's got to be going to Austin's. I really enjoyed doing, like, if we're just talking about videos, I really enjoyed doing the Pokemon thing with Austin and Matt. That was a lot of fun. Just being able to yell at each other over our opinions on Pokemon. It's, I don't know. Matt's always awesome to talk to and hang out with. Same with Austin. Who'd my dream collab be? That's a good question. Probably William Osman. Yeah, probably William Osman. He does really cool stuff. I really like his channel. I could do so many. Well, so many cooler things with him. Yeah, probably William Osman. Michael Reeves is up there. Obviously, it would be fun to do stuff with like MKBHD. I think it would be really fun to teach him how to mod a Game Boy. Yeah. That's what I think about that. Hip frame. How you doing? If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm cutting these sections out where there's tabs so this thing actually sticks down. Because these tapes with the ugly yellow back are kind of designed for the old school shells. So by kinda, they were designed for the old school shells. So they don't have the cutouts. And I don't know why the seller I bought this from still has the 3M tape like this. There we go. Alright. But it's fine, just a quick little fine adjustment. And we're off to the races. We can peel this peel, and we can go in here. Like that, and that should be lined up. It's a little scary because it looks a little crooked. I don't think it actually is, but I guess we can do a little test before we get too far. We'll put this on and make sure we don't have any dust in there. Hopefully this one doesn't have dust. Much better. Much better. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the soldering. Since this is going to take a while to heat up, we'll just put a little dab of flux down there. Still sub 200, but I'm out of drink, so that's great. Just tuned in, wanted to know what scene screen I'm assuming you're installing. Wow, that's an old notification. Thank you, Steven. Probably already have the shirt by now, unless you're overseas. Going to be doing my first GBA mod and not sure what backlit screen to use. I like this one. a lot. That's why I have continued to use it even though newer mod kits have come out. I don't like the newer mod kits for the most part. I don't know. It depends on the mod kit. You'll have to watch all of my videos to really know all of my thoughts and opinions on it, because I can't remember my thoughts and opinions for all of them off the top of my head, at least. But yeah, I like this screen, and I like the one chip version, the high-speed Edo, the unbranded, whatever the company decides to call it. It's better than the funny playing one, because the funny playing one doesn't get as bright, and the funny playing one doesn't remember what your brightness level is after you turn it off. There's no memory on it. This one gets brighter and remembers what brightness level you had it at. So a lot better in my opinion. Okay. So we do this, and then we gotta put this in there. I know I said I was gonna test it, but I think I'm just gonna put in the buttons and stuff. Then get there. The one I like the most is linked in the description. Oh, this display's been sold out for a while? Huh. Have you tried Z Labs? There should be a Z Labs link in the description. I will say this. As much work as I've done with RGRS and retro modding and all them, there are other places to buy these things. And there's other places that accept Code Jake. Any link I have in the description, unless specified otherwise, I trust, I like them, they're okay to buy from. So unless I specifically say in the video or next to it, you probably shouldn't buy this one, but here's the link anyways, because sometimes I'll do that. You're good to trust that place in that device. I believe Z Labs does have it in stock. I don't know if you're wanting specifically. Oh, frick. If you're specifically wanting a Magikarp Game Boy Advance, I don't know of any out there, but I think I have a Magikarp Game Boy Color either here or on the way. One moment. Okay, I lied to you. I might have one on the way, but I'm not sure. Maybe I did it recently and I'm just thinking of that one. I know I've done at least one before. But that I've only seen them be made for the oh, what's it called? I've only seen it for the Game Boy Color. And if it's not already made and out there and easily obtainable, then I probably won't do it. Goodness. I cannot get this to go. My honest opinion on LEDs in Game Boy buttons is I like them. What I don't like, okay, so let me finish screwing this in, and then I'll show off my genuine thoughts. But I like the LED button mods. If you have, okay, this isn't the best example because one side it covers it up and the other side it doesn't. But I think on opaque shells, so shells that are not clear, this is a clear shell, or a shell that has enough of a print that covers the area of the buttons. This isn't really covered over here. I guess it would be acceptable, but my preference is I don't want to see the LEDs. To me, the point of it is to have it diffused through the buttons and through the membranes, and to only glow from the buttons, like my Game Boy Color that I show off a lot. But like, I really don't like when people, one, use a clear shell in opaque buttons. That doesn't make sense to me. And when people use clear shells in general, something that isn't covered up, and it's just like, boom, you see the LEDs very just bright and saturated dots. Like, I don't know. The point of LEDs is to not see the burning bulb. Like, you don't stare into the light bulb on your ceiling. You like the light that is reflected and diffused everywhere else. So that bugs me. Now, do whatever you want with your Game Boys. I'm not here to tear you down. I'm not gonna go commenting on Natalie's post saying, wow, I really wish you didn't do it that way. You know, like, that's mean, that's rude. If she likes it, she likes it. If other people like it, that's their thing. I'm not gonna judge them for it. It bugs me. I wish they did it the other way, but I'm not gonna be tearing someone down because of it. But I'm still gonna share my opinion over here in my corner of the internet, and that's my way of saying you will never see me do an LED kit on a Game Boy with a clear shell, or something that doesn't have the button side of it covering it. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. But I think they're good. I kind of avoid it just because it's expensive, and I think that, no offense to anybody, but I think adding another like $30-$40 part to a Game Boy just for LED buttons is a little too much for like the seller side of me. But if I'm adding it to like a personal Game Boy, then that's a little different. If it's an add-on, like if I already have a modded Game Boy, that's great. But me adding another $40 to this Game Boy just because it has LEDs for the lights, that's a little hard to justify for me as a seller and for you as a buyer. So that's tough. I want to support Natalie, and I do support Natalie in a lot of other ways. And I definitely recommend it because her boards are great, and they are worth that price. Don't get me wrong. It's just, for me as a seller, it is hard to justify that much of a price increase. But now that the single color boards are dropping in price, since it's being more automated, then that is something that I'm definitely looking into, and probably going to be a part of my next Dead Labs purchase. But I don't know if they've officially dropped the prices on those yet. Not sure. But that is definitely more justifiable. There's my full and complete opinion on those. They are super cool. For my final thoughts, they are super cool. And I love the LEDs that I have in my Ice Boy color, in my my all white one. I wish I had them in more. I have a prototype build of the GBA ones that I've been holding on to for way too long, and I feel bad that I haven't put one in anything, but I'm saving it for my Ultimate Game Boy Advance whenever I get to that. I just want to design another shell for that, like I did for my Game Boy Color. I just haven't come up with a design yet. So, there's that. Okay. There's all those rest of those buttons. Alright. And put this back half on. And since I'm a little nervous about the placement of that screen, I'm going to test the batteries. Or test it just in general. Beautiful. Brightness adjustment works. A, B, right, left, down, up, start, and select. Beautiful. Anyways. Wait, this one actually has a Phillips in the bottom. Sick. Alright. When are you planning to do some DMGs? Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that. And not saying, not trying to be mean or rude to you. So, there's this one seller that I just need to blacklist on eBay. I bought from them a couple times, and I went to buy DMGs, and I'm like, man, that's a good price, and I bought it from them, and man, oh man, I forgot how frustrating they are. They say they ship it, they haven't shipped it. They made the label, and it's like, it's not a thing of like, 'cause like if you buy from me on my website, as soon as I make the label is when you get the email that says it shipped. So it could, sorry, I just got so thrown off. Someone commented on my channel, and their name is Ron DeSantis, and it just throws me off every time I see it. Ron DeSantis just replied to me. Anyways, if you don't know who that is, it's probably better that you don't. I don't know. We're not going to get into politics. Anyways, I'm saying Europeans, don't worry about us. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this guy that I buy from, he says, I get the email notification saying it's shipped, and I know from my website that just means that the label was created. So I'm like, okay. And then a week later, all it says on tracking is labels created, and I'm like, hey man, have you shipped it? And he's like, yeah, let me go check with the guy that does shipping. And then I'm like, okay. And he never said anything back. And it still hasn't moved. And it's been like 2 weeks. It has not even left their building, according to tracking. And I'm like, yo, I would really like my DMGs so I could make some. So that's why there haven't been any DMGs. I have 5 kits. I just don't have the actual Game Boys to make them. Otherwise, there would be some being made this week. 100%. Hello, Mikey. Okay. So as soon as I get some in, I will be doing some more DMGs. Alright, and I think that since I've done this one before, exactly like this. Oh, this one comes with a box. Don't forget that. If you missed the beginning of the stream, it comes in a cute little box, branded with Game Boy Advance all over. That is my Russian accent. I don't know what you think of it, but I think that's cute. It'd be funny if they put him on the tree stump sitting in the rain. Okay. Let's search Charmander. Sweet. Yeah. Active and updated. Cool. We'll add a fourth picture to it. I think I've just added a picture every time I've made one of these. I think this is the fourth time I've made a Charmander GBA. So it should be up there, along with the orange one we made earlier. Yeah. Thanks, Mikey. Nice haircut. I mean, I can't really see it right now, so maybe that doesn't sound very genuine, but nice haircut. Mikey's hair was really long, and then I saw him, and I commented on it, and the first thing he did Sunday was get it cut. Okay, maybe not the first thing, but he got it cut, because I made fun of him. That one is just a little loose. Unless this can go any tighter, it can't. Better. I'm not gonna force it, because that is scary. Anyways, sorry, I zoned out. Where are you getting these boxes? There's a listing on AliExpress that they come in boxes. I will be phasing them out though, just because it's kind of a pain to ship. And I don't know how many people actually want or like the boxes. And every time I mention it, of course, there's gonna be people who say it, but there's a difference between people who say they want something and the people who actually buy it. So, I typically, no offense, don't consider too much, or don't take a lot of what the masses in chat say or in comments say too seriously, because I've had plenty of people who are just like, yeah, I want that, and they're like, oh no, I don't want to pay for it. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like and then like, people are like, will have no interest in actually owning a Game Boy, or they have like 80 of them and they're not gonna buy one from me. It's like, if I make a poll, they're still gonna answer. I can't trust people to not answer. You know, and like there could be someone who subscribed to me when I had a video made on a pop socket 7 years ago, and they'll see the poll and be like, oh yeah, I'll answer it for no reason at all. So I don't like to, I do, when I really want to know stuff, I'll do a poll, but I don't know. Yeah, it depends. It's definitely good for a good idea of what people want, but at the same time, I have to always take it with a grain of salt. And since it's kind of a pain for me to ship the boxes because I have to make sure that not only the Game Boy is protected, but the box is protected. So it's a pain. So for me, I'm out. A little Shark Tank for you. But yeah. unless there's like a huge demand of people just going, we want boxes, I probably won't continue with it. But I do have more with boxes on the way. I think I have a couple Gengar ones and a couple Mew ones and a couple... Actually, I don't know if Mew's going to come in a box. But I know I have Mew ones coming. And then I think I have a couple more Switch ones in boxes, the Switch style ones. But yeah, that is it for this one. It looks like Nicholas is the lucky owner of the newest Charmander Game Boy. Thank you for your purchase. I don't know if I missed it up here, if it just didn't happen. I was keeping my eye out for it, and it didn't happen. But yeah, I know when I got my first Game Boy Color on Christmas, I immediately ripped open the box and threw it in the chat. Yeah, and like I know that most people are gonna be buying these as adults now. Again, like 50 to 60% of my audience is older than me. But even though you'll take care of the boxes more, I just have like under my bed is the storage under there is mostly boxes. I've got my yearbooks, a couple books, other books, and some boxes. My PS5 box, my Switch box, my this box, my that box. Boxes that I am just gonna eventually look at and say, time to downsize my boxes. What boxes should I get rid of? And then I get rid of boxes that I once thought I needed to save. So, I don't know. This one is like definitely more of a display piece because it's cool. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Unless there's a heavy demand for it that is genuine, I think I'm gonna phase it out. It'll also save me a couple bucks. Because these are like $10, I think, for the boxes. So, yeah. Show us your yearbook photos. No. How about that? How about you look at my smiling face here and you imagine me without a beard and with Justin Bieber hair. I had it first. Well, I don't know. He probably had the haircut first. I had the haircut before he was famous. Anyways. That is about it for me today. I need to go to work. I have a ton of stuff to do today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Once again, hopefully big restock. I plan to do at least 2 GBCs. I think that's my number one priority, is some GBCs, then some macros, and maybe a pocket now that we only have one pocket left. Oh yeah, we have the orange GBA still and the blue Game Boy Pocket. If you want to go check those out on the website, link down below, link in the chat, maybe somewhere, I don't know. But that's it for me, so I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. Oh man, I am parched.